All right, you guys, we did it. And by we, I mean I finally sat down in front of the camera again to record a video. So welcome back. If you have watched one of my videos before, if you haven't, welcome. I don't really know what I'm like doing with this channel. I'm still figuring it out. So yeah, let's figure it out together. I'm still figuring it out. Anyway, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what I'm even going to talk about today. But I have really been feeling the urge to just sit down in front of the camera and record something. I feel like we're overdue for like just like a general life update. Especially after my first video that I uploaded. I know some people were asking for updates, so we can do that. I got a job. Don't worry. I was actually unemployed for I think 10 days before I started working another job. So yeah, I was right. Things did work out. And for the better, honestly, I think. I'm in a better place. I like my job better. I like my new boss better. By the way, I'm pretty close to an airport, so I've never tried recording here before. We're gonna see how annoying this gets with like the airplanes flying around. We'll see. I'm just trying this out. By the way, so I'm on top of this hill, and you can see the ocean from here. It's quite nice. It's really quite nice. So if we can record here, that would be nice. I just don't know if that airplane noise is gonna be too much. It's also like a little bit too warm to not have the windows cracked. Anyway, we're gonna play around with that. So yeah, I like my new boss a lot better. My new boss actually respects me. We'll just leave it at that. So yeah, that's really nice. That's a really big plus. I love being respected by my employer. So yeah, everything did work out. It was scary. It was really scary not knowing when or where my next paycheck was gonna come. But yeah, I don't know. You just can't let the fear paralyze you. That's something that I am currently working through in therapy. I had a therapy session today, actually. It went really well. I'm just feeling good today, honestly. You know those days where like some days you just wake up and you just feel like just good. Today is one of those days for me for no reason. I was up until like 2:30 last night. Couldn't tell you. Oh wait. Okay, I'm gonna try that. Let's see how that goes. But yeah, I couldn't tell you. I don't know, I just woke up today just feeling pretty good. Yeah, and that kind of prompted me to a little bit to come and film this video. I got out of therapy and I was like, I'm feeling good today. Maybe I'll go record a video. Someone just pulled up behind me. That's a little awkward. Only a little. But yeah, anyway, so therapy. And yeah, something that I have been working through recently, like very recent, is not letting fear paralyze me. And this sort of ties into work a little bit. So I'm just gonna say it. I don't really know what I'm doing with my life. Um, and I know that's a pretty common sentiment. And I was gonna say specifically, especially for people my age, but honestly, I'm not even sure that's true. Because I saw a Reddit post the other day, and there were so many people in the comments. I can't even remember what like the original post was about. Let's just say the original post, the title was something along the lines of "I don't know what I'm doing with my life," and so many people in the comments were saying like, "Oh yeah, me too." Um, but so many of these people in the comments were also giving their age, and there were a lot of people. There were a lot of people in like their 40s, their 50s, even their 60s, um, in this comment thread that share that same sentiment about life. Like they don't really know what they're doing. And yeah, I don't know. I think that's a really important. I think that's a really important thing to sit with. Um, I don't think anybody ever figures it out. One of those comments on this thread said that their dad passed away at the age of like 61 or something. And this person said that they remember seeing the look on their dad's face on his deathbed. And the look on his face was kind of just like was just kind of like, is that really all there is? And that's fucking sad. That is so tragic. Like just imagine you live your entire life and you know it's coming to an end, and you're just looking back on everything that you've experienced and accomplished and gained and lost, and the only thing you can think is that all there is? And I think people would be shocked to know how many people probably end up feeling that way on their deathbed. Like if there was if there was data, if there was a statistic, I think it would be shocking. I don't think everyone feels that way. I don't know if the majority of people feel that way. I hope not. But I think the numbers would be shocking. And that's really sad. That's really sad. I think a lot of people are living for the future, kind of perpetually living for the future. You know what I mean? And I think the society that we live in today, not to be all, we live in a society, but I do think that the society that we live in today sort of incentivizes right? Incentivizes that mentality of just living for the future, right? Like you go to school, like you go to public school and your parents want you to get good grades, not just for the sake of like having good grades and like being smart, but you're supposed to get good grades so that you can get accepted to a good college. You know what I mean? And like you're supposed to save all this money and do this and that for your future and your kids. And I don't think that's inherently bad. I don't think that's an inherently bad way to go about life. Preparing for the future. But I don't know. I don't think we should be putting all of our eggs in the future basket. You know what I mean? Save some eggs for yourself. Save some eggs for the today basket. Yeah. Because if you put all of your eggs in the future basket and something happens, you can get hit by a bus tomorrow. You might not die. You might be paralyzed from the waist down. And yeah, you have all these eggs in this basket, but what good are they for? You can't. I don't know. I can't think of an analogy off the top of my head, but okay, you have all of these eggs in this basket, but you can't even stand up to use the stove because you're paralyzed. Maybe that's a terrible analogy. And I really don't mean to be insensitive towards anyone who can't use their legs. This is merely an example. But you know what I mean? Anything can happen at any given moment. Nothing is set in stone. And I don't know. I think more people need to consider that fact. I'm not saying don't plan for your future at all. I don't think that's healthy either. But there's a balance. There's a balance. And I'm not going to claim that I've figured out like the perfect ratio of how many eggs I should be putting in my today basket and how many eggs I should be putting in my future basket. But let me tell you, all of my eggs are not going in the future basket. Yeah, I'm eating some of those eggs right now. I'm vegan, but say they're chocolate eggs, I don't know, whatever. I'm eating those eggs today. I'm not saving them. What if they melt? What if it's really hot tomorrow? What if the AC stops? What if the fridge stops working? They're gonna go bad. Anyway, so yeah, those are my thoughts on another plane. Anyway, those are my thoughts on, I don't know, planning for the future. You just never know. So I don't know how long that was. My watch died and my phone is recording this. So I have zero concept of time right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna wrap it up. Those are my thoughts on that. I was right. In my first video, when I said, I'm choosing to believe that everything's going to be okay. However, I recognize that I'm going to have to put some work into making that happen. Everything did turn out to be okay, but it did take some work. Interviews, applications. I hate trying to get a job. I hate the entire process. But you gotta do what you gotta do. So that's where I'm at right now. New job is better than the last one, which was better than the last one, which was better than the last one. So that feels good. Do I know what's next right now? No. And that's okay. That's okay. Regardless of how old you are. You don't have to have it all figured out, because nobody has it all figured out. We're all just trying to figure it out together. And I don't think there's not even like, like I said, I don't know if anyone figures it out. I don't think there's even like a level of figured out to strive for. I think we just have to keep trying. All right. Well, I think that's all I got for today. If you like what you heard, you know what to do. I do want to start posting more videos more frequently. Maybe every other Wednesday is when I'll record them. I don't know if I'm actually going to upload this today. I might. We'll see. So, once again, that's all I have for today. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good night. Hope you're having a good life. Take care of yourself. Take care of the people you love, but take care of yourself first. See you guys in the next one.